Good morning, students. Today I am going to continue again your chapter from your Vistas. The Enemy, page number 29, paragraph 2nd. Thus agreed together, they lifted the man. He was very light, like a fall, that had been half starved for a long time, until it is only feathers and skeleton. So his arms hanging, they carried him up the steps into the side door of the house. This door opened into a passage, and down the passage they carried the man towards the empty bedroom. So in this stanza, Sadao and Hannah lifted the injured man into the house. He was very light. The writer compares his weight to that of the hen that had not been feeded for a long time, and its body loses flesh and reduces into the mere feathers and skeletons. The man's arms were hanging, and the Duke carried him into the steps into the side door of their house. The door opened into the passage, and they went down the passage towards an empty bedroom. अगेन कंटिन्यूइंग द पैसेज. तो यहाँ पर देखा कि सदाऊ उनकी वाइफ जो है उन्हें उठाकर अपने घर के अंदर ले जाते हैं. और उनको जो व्यक्ति था, वो मैन था, उसको उन्होंने कैसे कंपेयर किया यहाँ पे ऑथर ने, एक हैन जिसको बहुत दिनों से एक खाना नहीं दिया हो, तो बिल्कुल लाइट वेटेड हो गया, सिर्फ वो फ्लैश कुछ नहीं बचा, सिर्फ हड्डियाँ और फेदर्स एंड स्केलेटन्स ही बचे हैं. वैसा है वो मैन, इतना लाइट वेटेड हो चुका था. तो इन दोनों ने उसे उठाकर घर के साइड डोर से घर के अंदर ले गए एक खाली बेडरूम में. It had been the bedroom of Sadao's father, and since his death it had not been used. They laid the man on the deeply matted floor. Everything here had been Japanese, to please the old man, who had never in his own home sit on a chair or sleep in a foreign bed. Hannah went to the wall cupboards and slid back a door and took out a soft quilt. She hesitated. The quilt was covered with flowered silk, and the linen was pure white silk. So, explanation of this stanza. The bedroom belonged to Sadao's father and had not been used after the death of Sadao's father. यहाँ पर जो रूम था वो किसका था? सदाव के फादर का. उनकी मृत्यु के बाद उसे कभी भी यूज़ नहीं किया गया था. द इंजर्ड मैन वॉज लेड ऑन द थिक मैट ऑन द फ्लोर. द राइटर डिस्क्राइब्स द रूम. एवरीथिंग इन द रूम वॉज जैपनीज, एज सदाव फादर डिसलाइक्ड फॉरेन थिंग्स. यहाँ पर जो इस रूम के बारे में डिस्क्राइब क्यों किया गया, इतना एम्फोसिस क्यों किया गया इसके ऊपर? क्योंकि सदाव के जो फादर थे वो डिसलाइक करते थे फॉरेन थिंग्स को. सारी चीज़ें उस रूम में जापानीज ही थी. Hannah went to the cupboard in the wall and took a soft quilt. She recited putting it on the injured man, because the quilt was made of silk and had a flowery print on it, and लिनन वॉज मेड ऑफ प्योर वाइट सिल्क. क्योंकि वो जो क्लॉथ था बिल्कुल सिल्क का था, प्रिंटेड फ्लावर्स, बहुत सुंदर वो चीज़ थी, वाइट कलर की थी, सिल्क की. वो जो मैन था वो इंजर्ड भी था और बहुत ज़्यादा गंदा भी हो रहा था. उसे डर था कि वो जो क्विल्ट है वो गंदी हो जाएगी. नेक्स्ट पैराग्राफ. ही इज सो डर्टी, शी मर्मर्ड इन डिस्ट्रेस. यस, ही हैड बेटर टू बी वॉश्ड. सदाव एग्रीड. इफ यू विल फेच हॉट वाटर आई विल वॉश हिम. यहाँ पे सैडनेस में, यहाँ पे डिस्ट्रेस में वो जल्द से क्या बोलना चाह रही है ना यहाँ पे कि वो कितना डर्टी हो मैन. तो सदाव भी एग्री करता है, हाँ वो बहुत ज़्यादा गंदा हो रहा है, उसे हमें वॉश करना पड़ेगा. अगर तुम एग्री करती हो तो मुझे वाटर फेच कर दोगी, तुम मुझे गर्म पानी ला के दे दोगी, तो हम उसे वॉश कर देंगे. आई कांट बियर फॉर यू टू टच हिम, शी सेड. We shall have to tell the servants he is here. I will tell Yumi now. She can leave the children for a few minutes and she can wash him. अब यहाँ पर है ना क्या कह रही है कि वो उनके लिए इस व्यक्ति को टच नहीं करेगी. हमारे यहाँ सर्वेंट हैं, हम उन्हें बुला देते हैं, वो ये काम कर देगी. उन्होंने कहा कि यूमी जो चाइल्ड, उसके बच्चों की जो केयर टेकर थी और वो कुक थी, जो उन्होंने कहा कि उसे मैं बुला लेती हूँ, कुछ मिनट के लिए बच्चों को थोड़ी देर अकेला छोड़ सकती हैं और वो इसे वॉश कर देगी. सदाव कंसिडर्ड अ मोमेंट. लेट इट बी सो, ही एग्रीड. यू टेल यूमी and I will tell the others. But the utter pallor of the man's unconsciousness faces moved him first to stoop and feel his pulse. It was faint, but it was there. He put his hand against the man's cold breast. The heart was too alive. The pallor means an unhealthy pale appearance here. Stoop means bend forward. pulse, heartbeats. So Sadao thought for a moment and then agreed with Hina. He asked her to call Yumi while he would call the other servant. Before he could go out, he saw the injured man's face. It was pale. Then he stopped, bent forward and felt his heartbeat to see if he was alive or not. The heartbeat was very much fainted. It was there. Sadao placed his hand on the man's heart to feel it. It was also beating. Sadao concluded that the injured man was alive. अब उन्होंने हैना की बात पे एग्री कर लिया और जाते जाते जब उन्होंने उस मैन के फेस को देखा तो वो बिल्कुल पीला पड़ चुका था, तो उन्होंने झुककर उसकी पल्स, हार्ट रेट सब चेक किए. फिर उन्होंने कहा कि हाँ, ये इंजर्ड मैन अब शायद अलाइव तो है, बहुत स्लो उसकी पल्स और हार्ट रेट्स चल रही, मगर ये अभी भी जिंदा है. He will die unless he is operated now, Sadao said, considering. The question is whether he will not die anyway. सदाओ ने कमेंट किया कि अगर इसको ऑपरेशन नहीं किया गया तो शायद ये मर सकता है. If he was operated upon and saved, he would be die at the hands of the Japanese army. So either ways he would die. सदाओ ने क्या कहा यहाँ पर? सदाओ commented that if the man was not operated upon, he would die. He added then, even if he is operated upon and saved, he would die at the hands of the Japanese army. So other ways he would die. उन्होंने कहा कि अगर उसको ऑपरेशन नहीं किया तो मर जाएगा, अगर ऑपरेशन कर लिया और उसे बचा दिया गया तो भी वो जापानीज आर्मी के वो हैंड ओवर कर देंगे तो वहाँ भी वो मर जाएगा. हैना क्राइड आउट इन फियर, डोंट ट्राई टू सेव हिम, व्हाट इफ ही शुड लिव. अब हैना ने चिल्ला के क्या कहा कि उसे बचाने की कोशिश ना करें. वो फियर कर रही थी कि दैट इफ़ ही लिव्ड दे वुड बी इन डेंजर, अगर वो जिंदा रह गया तो इन लोगों के ऊपर मुसीबत आ जाएगी. व्हाट इफ he should die, Sadao replied. He stood gazing down on the motionless man. This man must have extraordinary vitality or that he would have been dead by now. But then he was very young, perhaps not yet 25. You mean die from the operation? Henna asked. Yes, Sadao said. Vitality means energy and life. Explanation. Sada questioned that what would be the implication if the man died. He looked down towards the injured man and wondered that he had a lot of energy which had kept him alive through such tortures. इतना टॉर्चर के बाद भी वो व्यक्ति जिंदा था, मतलब इसके अंदर बहुत सारी एनर्जी होगी. He countered his thoughts with the fact that the man was very young. He seems to be 25 years of age and at the age people do have a lot of energy. उन्होंने ये भी कहा कि हाँ, ये बहुत यंग है इसलिए इसके अंदर शायद इतनी एनर्जी होगी. Henna asked him that did he mean the man would die during the operation. Sadao confirmed her question. अब हैना ने कहा कि क्या ऑपरेशन के दौरान वो मर जाएगा. अब उन्होंने कंफर्म किया उस क्वेश्चन को. हैना कंसिडर्ड दिस डाउटफुल एंड व्हेन शी डिड नॉट आंसर सदाओ टर्न्ड अवे. एट एनी रेट some things must be done with him, he said, and first he must be washed. He went quickly out of the room and Henna came behind him. She did not wish to left alone with the white man. He was the first she had seen since she has left America, and now she seems to have nothing to do with those whom she had known there. Here he was, her enemy, a menace, living or dead. Now menace means danger, threat. Henna was pondering over this possibility and that she was taking time to reply about the question that during operation would he die. Sadao left. He said that something had to be done to his injured man irrespective of the result. So you should do something without considering what would be the results of the operation. The first thing was to wash the man here. So he walked out of the room. Henna also followed him, and she did not want to remain alone in this room because the man was an American man and she doesn't want to have any contacts with the Americans whom she had met as they were their enemies. This injured man was also an enemy and was a threat to them. She turned to the nursery and called Yumi. But the children heard the voice and she had to go in for a moment and smiled at them and play with the baby boy, now nearly 3 months old. Over the baby boy's soft black hair, she motioned with her mouth, Yumi, come with me. Nursery, a room in a house for a special use for young children. Henna turned to the children's room and called out Yumi. As she he was calling Yumi. The children heard the voice of their mother. She went inside and she smiled at them and played with the 3-month-old son. As she held the baby who had soft black hair, the motion with her mouth to Yumi asking her to come out. I will put the baby to bed, Yumi replied. He is ready. But she went with Yumi into the bedroom next to the nursery and stood with the boy in her arms while Yumi spread the sleeping clouds on the floor and laid the baby between them. Yumi replied that the baby was ready for sleep and that she must put him to the sleep before accompanying her. यहाँ पर जो सर्वेंट थी उसने कहा कि हमें जाने से पहले उसे सुला देना चाहिए, बेबी वो तैयार है, उसे हम सुला देते हैं. वो बेडरूम में चले गए. Hannah held the baby and went to the bedroom next to the nursery with Yumi. Yumi spread the spilling quilts on the floor and laid the baby between them. सुला दिया. Then Hannah led the way quickly and softly to the kitchen. The 2 servants were frightening at what their master had just told them. The old gardener, who was also a house servant, pulled a few hairs on his upper lip. Hannah led the way. अब जब हो गया तो Hannah किचन में गई. वहाँ उन्होंने क्या देखा, जो 2 सर्वेंट्स थे किचन में वो डरे हुए थे क्योंकि उनके जो मास्टर सदाऊ ने जो बात कही थी उससे सुनकर, उस इंजर्ड व्यक्ति के बारे में सुनकर वो घबराए हुए थे. वहाँ जो ओल्ड गार्डनर थे वो बहुत सालों से उनके घर पे काम करते थे, वो उस न्यूज़ को सुन के घबरा चुके थे. वो अपने बालों को खींच रहे थे, मुंह बंद कर रहे थे, तो घबरा चुके. इतना घबराहट उन सर्वेंट्स के चेहरे पे दिख रहा था. द मास्टर ought not to heal the wound of this white man, he said bluntly to Hannah. The white man ought to die. First he was shot, then the sea caught him and wounded him with her rocks. If the master heals with what the gun did and what the sea did, they will take revenge on him. Bluntly, in a straightforward manner, the servant said to Hannah what they said. The old gardener spoke bluntly to Hannah. He said that his sadao must not treat the injured white man. He reasoned that the man has destined to die. Firstly, he had been wounded by a gunshot, and secondly, the rocks of the sea wounded him further. If Sadao healed the wounds given by the gun and the sea, then the gun and the sea would treat them as an enemy and seek revenge. The gun represent the Japanese army and the sea represent the country of Japan. If they treated the enemy, they would be punished by Japan here. Now I will continue the chapter in my next video. Thank you.